Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, like whichever part of the world you are from attending this webinar. I'm audible to everyone. If yes, can you guys say any yes or write
Yes,
something in the
Ankit,
chat?
you are audible.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mayank. And is my screen visible as well?
Yes, Ankit.
Okay, thank you. So welcome to the webinar again, guys. Thank you so much for joining. And good morning and good afternoon. And just in case you've just joined, again, yes, welcome to the webinar. Yes, to whichever part and whichever time zone you guys are from. My name is Ankit, and I have my colleague Mayank with me over, and I would take you through the webinar general control compliance, harnessing the power of test automation. I have my colleague Mayank Agarwal with me, who will be also assisting me in this demo and this webinar as well. So quickly, I want to touch down upon what are the main areas that we are work as a company. We are a risk management organization, and this is an excerpt from a recent survey about audit committee practices. You can see the topics like cybersecurity, enterprise risk management, ESG, inflation risk, digital transformation, fraud risk are appearing in such reports. And on the right hand, you can see this is a big problem for companies and large companies who are often relying on automated solutions like ERP systems for managing transactions, and they need to have necessary controls and automation in place. And we support such large companies in such journeys. So this is a bird's eye view of our product suite called IRM, or Intelligent Risk Management, which is around ERP security and control automation. It can connect to different data sources like SAP, Workday, Oracle, and it can get the data from there and provide you with security and control automation reports around segregation of duties, IT general controls, and IT application controls, also known as application business controls or ABC. So we work around these broad topics, and for today's webinar, I'll directly go to the specific use cases where we would like to show you the innovation by AI and RPA machine learning in real action. So what is this use case about? As you can see on the screen, so often in external internal auditors, or IT auditors, ERP security team, or GRC team, or fraud examiners, they often need to manually look for evidences around documents. Those documents can be manually found in invoices. It can be purchase orders. It can be some test steps that somebody has done for a critical procurement process, and it's the responsibility of the IT auditors to actually define controls, and often such controls in the world of IT general controls is very dynamic. You just can't define such controls beforehand, right? It changes from customer to customer. For example, if you are going through a procurement process or a supply registration process, and you might want to know if there are duplicate suppliers name checks in the whole process. No, this is a very like a different from other requirements in the which is completely in other test scenarios. And finally, you need to create summaries for the entire testing that has been done. And then the challenges that often comes is where you are looking for evidences and you're defining custom controls. How do you now test such hundreds or thousands of such documents with efficiency and provide assurance to businesses? And very related to this use case can be also and other use case which I can see on the screen is when an IT auditor or an internal auditor or an external auditor or a financial fraud forensics is actually getting a dump of invoices which needs to be really verified manually. For example, if you want to check if the figure is in words are actually matching the invoice total, is it from a suspicious vendor or an address is in gmail.com or something of that sort. And based on such checkpoints, you might want to scan hundreds of such audit evidences, which can be payable invoices or receivable invoices as well. And you might want to check for high risk or potential or fake invoices. Now, how do you actually automate that? That's a big question. Uh, because if you're manually looking for those risk indicators, it is very difficult to scale up and do it for hundreds or probably thousands of such documents, right? And often people do the like a sample-based approach for it. But we are different, and our approach is that we have done automation with a big data approach, where instead of checking for a sample, we will show you right now in a live demo how we are actually doing it in our automated environment. So there is a general flow of 5 steps, as you can see on the screen. This is the generic robotic process automation platform. And if you look at those 5 steps, what are we doing is we first upload a test document, which can be an invoice or a spreadsheet or a Word document that you want to test. Secondly, you can create your own custom controls, and you will see that how flexible the system is. And you can define your own controls, followed by actually running the robotic process automation engine, which goes to the actual data and finally uses generative AI, right? Generative AI to provide you a summary of entire zip folder that is uploaded based on one sample document. So this is basically the overall of the platform. You can use it for IT general controls. You can use it for finding or detecting potential fake invoices or fake bills or purchase orders, or in this generic platform which can be used for any of the above test cases. Without much further ado, I would like to actually invite my colleague for taking over the screen and showing you the technical demonstration of the whole product that we've come up with. Over to you, Mayank.
Okay, so I'm sharing my screen. So can I get a quick yes, Ankit? Is my screen visible?
Yes, Mayank, your screen is visible.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Ankit. So, so hi everyone. This is Mayank Agrawal, and I will show you the live demonstration of our product IT General Control Automation Testing. So in our product, there are 3 steps. So usually we have to upload a sample file which is containing some kind of text data and some images as well. And I will show you the sample Excel file first. So this is the sample file which we are gonna test. So there are 2 sheets, and this is the some text part, and there are some invoice images as well. So I'm gonna test this as a sample file. So let's get started. Okay, so in the first step, we are actually uploading an Excel file, and so I'm just uploading one of the Excel file here. Okay, and there is one feature. So if in many Excel files there are some hidden sheets, and we don't want to process those hidden sheets. So if you don't want to process those hidden sheets, then you can uncheck this. Otherwise, you can allow to process a hidden sheet. And while clicking on the submit button, this will submit as a job, and you can find it here. So because it will take some time, because the files because of the file size, so I will not take your time to
Sorry,
do the
Mayank,
some
to
kind of
cut you
thing.
down.
Sorry. Yeah.
Actually, our viewers cannot see the whole Excel sheet. So can you just please show them before the sample sheet once,
Okay, sure.
please?
Yeah. So this is the Excel sheet. Is my
It's
screen
not visible. Can you reshare once?
okay?
No, your screen is not visible.
Is my screen visible now?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the sample Excel file which we are gonna use for our sample demo, and this is the text part, and this is in the second sheet we have some images, invoice images. So this will be our sample file. So yep, okay. So we already uploaded our sample file, And after the upload,
Can you please reshare to the product? Yes, it is visible now. Thank you.
okay. Okay. So in this step, there are seats. So if you have multiple seats, then it will show the multiple seats here. By clicking on this checkbox, the seat will get activated, and after that, it will show the data. So in this data, there are, I think, 4 columns. So you can select multiple columns, so you can test your control on the multiple column. So for now, I'm just selecting the description column here. After that, there are some configuration as well. So if you want to summarize your columns, so you can use the summarization button, and you can just check this box. And this third party API, so we are allowing the third party API, as well as we have already built a model for the summarization. So if your company allow third party API, then you can check this box. Otherwise, we already have an inbuilt model for summarization, so you can uncheck this. Include sensitive information part. So as we are a risk management company, so we give the authority to the client or users. So if they want to include their sensitive information like phone number, email addresses for processing, so they will include this by clicking on the checkbox. Otherwise, they will remain unchecked. You can specify your word length for the summarization. So I'm just selecting only 100 words here. And so if you are selecting multiple seats and multiple column for control testing, but you don't want to do summarization on all seat, all columns, and you do a summarization on a particular seat, a particular column. So here you can specify the seat name. So I'm just selecting the seat, and from that seat, I'm just selecting the column here. After that, you will just click on the submit button. So I'm just going to the next page. So in the next page, here you can define your controls. So maybe internal auditor, external auditor, cybersecurity expert, they will love this page because they will define their control according to their testing. Okay, so I'm just defining some of the controls, and after that I will explain you whatever the term presented here. Okay, so control one is all. Okay, so why I define these control, I will let you know in the next screen. So here you can define the control name. So you can give you can give a name of the control. For the attribute value, which value you want to test in the control part. There are some features. Sorry, NLP. NLP is natural language processing. So it will actually check your control in a text part, whatever the text present in your Excel file. OCR is optical character recognition. So it will test your control in the images part, the images of invoices which you given in the Excel. So it will check your control in the image part. There is a search and synonyms. So search part, it actually check the exact invoice number in the text or images. And in the synonyms, you can here the word is defined, and you will get a list of synonyms, and all the synonyms word will be checked in the text and images part. So I'm just clicking here. You can here the button is the submit button. So you will submit, and after the submission, it will submit as a job. And after some time, there is a refresh button, so you can refresh the page, and you will get this go next button active. And after clicking in the go next button, uh, you will get this page. So here we actually define two controls, so you can get these two controls here. In the control one, we define the invoice number. Okay, so invoice number, we didn't find any invoice number, this keyword in the text part. For the summarization text, you will get a summary of that description column, so you can actually check. So maybe in some of the columns there are steps which a user have to do in a right way. So I think there are 20 or 30 lines of in that description block. But when you do a summarization, it will only 100 or 200 words. So you can just easily check if the user is doing the right thing in that step or not. So that's why we have this summarized text here. In the search images, so in the search images, there are two images of the invoice number. So why I'm choosing these control? Let's suppose if a company buy a product and there are two images for that product, and in those product the invoice number not match. So you can check by just clicking on the image here. The invoice number is here, and the invoice number you will get from this image. So if a company buy a similar product and you can see that there are two images for the similar product, then it may raise a risk that there is something going on the inventory side, or some user are doing some kind of misuse of their power. So you can use as it is in this invoice number. So, and the invoice amount in words and numbers. So in same thing, I give a word of total. So you can get a total word in the text part, the synonyms, summarized text. So I'm just going to the synonyms images. So what happened? Many companies are there. So they have their own invoice receipt structure. So some companies are using total, and some companies are using amount in the last. So first thing, many fraudster, they actually change the numeric term, the total numeric term, but they forget to change the word term. So here you can see that the total in the numeric part, there is $419.99, but he actually forget to change the word part. So you can actually specify a control in such a way that this total word in a word or a number, then you can actually find a potential risk, that because this might be a potential risk because the number is not matching in the word form, right? And also that if you go to the synonyms part, and I'm just selecting the amount, so in some of the invoices they use total for this, and in some of the invoices they use amount for the total purpose. So you can actually check these kind of controls for your potential to find a potential risk. And in the next step, so here we actually upload a GIF file containing a similar Excel file which we uploaded earlier. So you can just upload one of the one of the GIF file here, and it will submit as a job. Okay, and after that you will get this kind of report where you have some kind of visualization, a pie chart, and a table in an Excel format where the control which you define in a second step, you will get a score, right? So if a control on a particular sheet, so in that GIF file there are two Excel file, this IP test and IP test one. So in that sheet, if a control is passing in a particular sheet, then the score will be 10. And if control is not passing in that particular sheet, the score will be 0. Okay. So, and by clicking on the sheet name, or maybe in the any of the part, so you will see that the whole visualization will be changed according to the sheet name. Okay. And at last, you will get a overall score as well. So the overall score for for the Excel file IP test is 30 and IP test 1 is 50. And at last, you can export it to the Excel. So if you want to use in a future reference for this Excel, so you can actually export it into the Excel form. So that's all from my end. So that is a demonstration of our product. So yeah, that's all. Over to you, Ankit.
Thank you so much, Mayank, for the fabulous demonstration of our product. I'll share my screen again. Just do let me know if my screen is visible, right?
Yes, Ankit. Yeah, it's visible.
Thank you so much. Okay, so yeah, thank you again, Mayank, for that fabulous demonstration. Now, coming down to post that demonstration, how does IT general control test automation and generative AI actually help IT auditors' lives make easier? It helps with in efficiency and accuracy. It helps with enhanced reporting capabilities of it. It helps with resource optimization, as well as it helps in risk mitigation and compliance and assurance. Okay, so for now, we have demonstrated only two use cases from our end, uh, which were demonstrated in IT general control testing and IP testing or testing of invoices mostly. But apart from that, our product suite or product caters to multiple other use cases on security or and control automation regarding segregation of duties, IT general controls and IT application automation, role design, access certification, one-click reporting, and as well as continuous control monitoring framework as well. So these are the other use cases, and if you ever feel interested to touch base with us, we are already open to that as well. Thank you so much for joining our webinar on IT General Controls Automation Testing, and we will get in touch with you further. And any queries regarding this product or any product of our suite of a product suite on risk management, you can obviously get in touch with us, and we would love to show you a demo on that personally. Uh, Thank you so much.